Hey, 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 Earthlings! Welcome to this 555 edition of the Daily Divine on a day called Saturday. Welcome. How is everybody doing? I'm feeling a little, um, actually, when I connected to go live, now I'm feeling a little wackadoodle. Um, Prior to that, it's been like a slow day. I even had a nap. I got up, I went for a long walk with the big dog, and then came back and just kind of, hmm, thought I should have a nap. And so we did that. And then, yeah, um, moved the energy a little bit, but it is feeling rather slow. How are you feeling? We're going to get the Palo Santo going. I don't plan on being here for very long at all because I feel like I may need to get to bed early. I may need to go get some more sleep. I mean, it takes a lot of rest to hold a high vibe, folks. 111. And we're with this energy. Hey, Wolf Mother, welcome. We're in this 1 energy again today. We could look at it as 1010 again, or we could look at it as like ones across the board, making wishes. And as the magician, think of it as the emperor, as the empress. We don't have to do a whole heck of a lot because we have done a lot. I know. We will chat about this momentarily or shortly since you brought it up. I wasn't actually going to talk about it today. I was reminded of it last night as I was going to sleep. And and then again today it came through. So I brought it out and we'll talk about that. Basically, what it represents is our medicine, who we are. We are members of the if you want to say the planetary missionaries, the otherworldly planetary missionaries, here to support the elevation of consciousness on Mother Earth, to awaken spiritually from within our experience, so that we can then bring our medicine to the world to support others to awaken spiritually. And that's what we're here for. And this is really representative of us being a part of the winged wise ones and being supported by those, whether it's the angelic realms, whether it's the bird tribe energy. And the 7-pointed star within the disc is the 7 points of power, the energy centers within us, which are our medicine, the wheels, getting the wheels spinning. And this disc down here connecting us to the earth is our grounded. I'm getting emotional speaking about it because we're powerful. We haven't even got started yet, and I'm sweating, and it's like, woof. Oh my gosh, I'm getting tired again. I need another nap, or we'll just call it bedtime at 6:30. Who knows? But the disc here is us, our medicine on earth, awakening, and our ability as the members of the high vibe tribe, if you will, without sounding redonkulous, honoring who we are and remembering who we are and allowing our medicine to pour forth and freely into the world, as we heal through our very own heart. And I guess I'm hearing right now, spread our wings once more, but up through the, it's like the snake, the serpent from the earth. So, it speaks also of our ability to tap into the Akashic records like our own. And again, we talked about 2026 being a year, and this is our second 10 day in a row, or triple 1 day in a row. And we are so powerful. So that's about the big pendant. And, I was guided I invested in this pendant. I was drawn to it maybe like less than a handful of months before Frank transitioned. And so I had almost forgotten about it until I was shown it last night again as I was drifting off to the dream time. And so, yeah, today it's on. It's on again. And I feel it doing something again, changing the frequency between the high heart and the throat chakra. So let's get into this. Ooh, how you all doing? How's everyone doing today? How you doing? Are you taking lots of naps today? Are you getting a lot of rest? It's just like a sleepy, lazy day. If it stops raining outside, I will take the big dog for another walk. I'll give him 2 hours of my time because I enjoy it as much as he does. I just don't enjoy being yanked by him. All right. So at this time, I'd like to ask that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, with the intention of supporting our ability to hold our highest frequency of light in our life at this time. May all remember that beyond the mind, the sacred heart beats. And it's important that we move our little feet. Yeah, I could have slept all day too. You know, it's funny because I got up. I think we were on the road for our morning walk at about like 8:22. And it was nice. We went for a big long one. I guess we got home just around 10 o'clock. And it was like, oh, that's nice. And then I had considered coming live at 11:11. And then I'm like, oh no, I just kind of puttered around day 8, cigarette free, and puttered around. And then at about noon, I guess my son went out. At about 12:30 or so. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go and lay down. And I did. And then finally at about 3, I'm like, I should get up and do something. And so I did. I went over to the flea market as I do, and I got some bagels and some bread. I found some canned lobster. I know it's ridiculous. Canned lobster that was on sale, $10 of canned frozen stuff. And so I'm going to make some lobster sandwiches tomorrow. That my father said when he was growing up on the South Shore of Nova Scotia, actually that community where that tragedy happened with the young boy and the dogs in recent days. When he was a young boy growing up in that community, he said that you could tell who all the poor children were in school because they were all eating lobster sandwiches. Because I guess they would just throw the traps out, off their shores and stuff like that. And then, eat the lobsters. So can you imagine? I mean, I grew up eating lobster sandwiches. We grew up eating lobster sandwiches, and I had on a train ride home from Nova Scotia with a tin of my grandmother's date squares and a bag of white bread bag filled with a whole loaf made of lobster sandwiches. That I'm on the train coming from Nova Scotia back to Toronto, and there was this elderly woman sitting in I guess it was, were we just 2 or 4? Anyways, I remember she was beside me, and I pulled a lobster sandwich out of my bag, out of my loaf bag. And she's like, oh dear, what is that? And I said, it's a lobster sandwich. And she said, a lobster sandwich? I said, yeah. And she goes, I've never had a lobster sandwich before. I said, well, would you like one? And she said, I would love one. So she had a lobster sandwich and one of Cease's date squares. And she was just delighted. And I had a new friend. I'm sad in this moment. I can't remember her name, but I do remember the connection. It was quite lovely. Yeah. Of course, I had a whole loaf of A whole loaf of white bread was made into lobster sandwiches. So, of course, I had plenty to share and a tin of date squares. I do believe the rest were mine, though. 10:10 on the clock. So, yeah, that was so that's what I did. I went over to the flea market a little bit and got my bagels and some bread for these lobster sandwiches I'm going to make us. And that's it. And I wanted to connect here briefly just to say hi and tune in and see how everyone's feeling. We'll pull a few cards. I'm really feeling there is a need, and the need for all this rest. We're going to light this incense, and it's a protective incense. It's called protection, and it's patchouli and vanilla, my jam. Patchouli or sandalwood, my signature scent. Um, you either love it or hate it. It's awfully earthy or delightfully earthy. So we're going to tune in because what I'm feeling with all the energy today of this need for rest, 11:11 there on the clock, is the um, we're holding a high vibe. We're being called to hold a higher vibe than we've held in our lifetime. And as I was, working with the Palo Santo as we were connecting here today, I'm feeling like you may even feel like your physical body feels different and more light. Does that make sense? It's like the light body has come more online at this time. And so it feels like the rest is needed in order for the realignment or the calibration or recalibration of energy, the energy stream, like the 12 strand DNA coming online. So rest. Yeah, the light body is strong. And with the light body, there is a refinement in the way that we care for ourselves. It's funny because, it's been shared here many times, the view of me external is like, oh, she's so strong. And yes, I am. I would agree. I am a strong character, a strong mind, strong heart. And as I get older and mature and continue to spiritually evolve and develop, there is a softening that is really wanting to take, if you will, center stage. And during that process of allowing that to happen, and I guess maybe we're all witnessing the unfolding of that here, during that process there has been how do I say, there's been a shifting, if you will, of the view of self, like from our eyes, 1331 there. A change in how we see ourselves. And where at one time it was really like I was quite proud of being so strong and tough and all of this, there's a change and it's in the softening. And how proud I am, like, of seeing myself and beginning to feel myself as the light, as the delight. Frank used to say, Lisa, you're delightful. And, to see, and, he was a protector. He was my number one protector in this life. 1414 there. Temperance, patience, divinely timed unfolding of everything. So, it's like seeing ourselves as God or Source sees us, seeing ourselves as our higher self sees us, seeing ourselves as the essence of unconditional love. And, that journey of beginning to see ourselves once again in the light of truth, it's quite a delicate journey. It's a gentle journey. And with any luck, we have with any luck, we have learned along the way. We've been good students, good grasshoppers, and we land here today having taken leap of faith after leap of faith after leap of faith. And now we're being called to take the biggest leap of faith of all into the world of our magical unfolding, our dreams of light coming to life in this time, and living and existing beyond our lifetime, beyond our mind, beyond this vessel of flesh, when we, return to the realm of spirit. And for some of us, maybe this is our last time around here in this dense form. And so, if that's the case, if that's true for you, and you'll know it's true for you because you may have been told by your spirit team. I was told many, many decades ago, this was my last time around. And I'm like, well, that's ridiculous. That's ambitious. That means like some level of enlightenment in this life. And, I guess perspective and time and new eyes and uh, longevity, more years, allows us to see that it is all about the cultivation of the spiritual essence. Or for me, that's what I have found life to be, this unfolding. And if we're very lucky, we arrive at a place where, we allow spirit, we allow the universe to sweep us off of our feet into the life of our dreams. And we do that with ease because why? Because we are the magicians. We're the magicians. We're the emperors and the empress. Do I sound maniacal? Do I sound like wacky when I laugh like that? Like that? Just a sec. I'm going to put this down. Jesus, please. Oh my gosh. Oh. Woman. You know what? Not many people have ever called me woman. Frank used to call me woman. I love it. It was like he was serious. Woman. When he busted out the woman, I knew it was serious business. I better pay attention. He was going to tell me something I needed to hear. Hmm. Yeah, it's funny. So let's get into some cards because the cards that they had me bring for this little short and sweet encounter. Oh yeah, they also had me bring this because I wanted to show it to you yesterday, and I didn't quite remember where it was until I walked by the window today on the outside and saw it sitting there in the window. So this is a tiger iron, and it was gifted to me. And if you see that red through it, that's hematite. That is hematite. And it comes all the way up and around. Holy guacamole, that is a big boy. That's the big guns of uh and incredibly grounding, incredibly protective again. I think like spirit is guiding us. For someone like me, like I've forgotten for a while. Like life has been such a whirlwind since 20 the last decade, if you will, that it's just been in this whirlwind of survival and making it through and getting my child through and all of this to arrive here, arrive here at this point in time where it's like all the tools, as the magician, as the emperor, as the empress, we have everything we need. Everything is here. Nothing new under the sun, kiddies. Nothing new under the sun, except you and I, and the newness of the awakening to our spiritual truth. And it's not just the truth of me and you, it's the truth of all the children of Mother Earth, wherever we are. And we just need to have the courage to stand up for ourselves and then to use our voice for good in the world, to use our tools for good, to bring our brand of wacky and wonderful into the world, our brand of delight. Groove is in the heart. Oh yes, I've never done karaoke with this. I've never used this as a microphone. Tonight, anytime I sing here tonight, I've got my mic. But speaking of my mic, when this was gifted to me by a beautiful sister of the heart, and yeah, Crystal Wand karaoke. Who's here for it? Um, when I was working with this actively, I would say the last time I really did was probably shortly after Frank died, and I was trying to find my footing again. Um, I was guided to bury this. I was down at the lake and I was guided to bury it with the point down first in the sand and stand with my feet on either side of it and just allowing everything to like be taken from me that was not, just letting everything go and really bringing my energy back down to earth. And so did that for a few days. Of course, I was taking it home with me. I'm not leaving it in the sand. And then at one point in time, I was guided to turn it around and to begin to call back up from the earth the support and anything that I needed in order to go forward, and to make it here, to be alive today, sitting here with all of you. So I guess what I'm really guided to say here is that we have all the tools that we need, and we are here to hold a high frequency. And in order to do that, it requires devotion and dedication, an ability of us, the modern day mystics, to listen within. The modern day medicine people, men and women, who are bringing back online, recalibrating, realigning in this lifetime our gifts, our medicine gifts. And we're supported. And clearly, with everything that's going on, they're wanting us to remember who we are, to reestablish our connection. Whoa, what happened there? Did you see that? Something just went into my eye. Wow, that was weird. Um, hmm, in my wonky eye. In my wonky eye at that. Okay, well, we'll see. Hmm. It's the left eye, the inner vision of the divine feminine coming to life is what I'm hearing. And it's almost as if the feminine is gaining new abilities to see. It's like an expanded vision. And, maybe we've had like little dust particles in our eyes. And yet it's given birth to new sight, new insight, new gifts of seeing, new ability to see ourselves as the divine royalty that we are, as the spiritual royalty we are, the spiritual leaders and healers. I know it's like it may sound ridiculous, right? Winter's dream, gestation period. Oh, I mean, come on. Am I the only one that finds, well, this amusing? Perhaps I really am insane. Perhaps I really, really am. This is amazing. Winter's dream, the gestation period, the 9 energy, the 63. that my life path is 36, 9. It's like completion. It's been said here that right through Gemini season, right to this new moon energy, it's the shed, it's the clearing, so that what can come through? The dreams of love, the dreams of eternal love coming through. Planetary missions, we've got sacred healing work to do, bringing our gifts from the depths, if you will, the depths of I gotta get some more tank tops. I do repeat. You may see this little bruise here. I banged into something. I can't even remember what I banged in. I think it was at work. I banged my shoulder into something. I was like, ugh. And then I realized it today. I got quite a bruise. I'm so delicate. And I think that that's what I was getting around to, is that with the new vision, seeing ourselves as spirit sees us, it's also, we ought to be proud of how we've softened, how we still remain open, when and we still remain open to, you know the dream, if you will, when for all accounts and purposes, we don't really see it in the material realm. Stay focused. This is our power as the magician, as the alchemist, as the medicine people, as the ones who have were sent here or agreed to come here to bring, to elevate the consciousness, to hold the high vibe. And once we get there, like once we get it, it's kind of like just switching to glide and really enjoying the ride, right? When we stop struggling, just float it out. We don't have to row the little boat. We could just let the little boat float. Let the little boat float and rest. We'll know when it's time for us to row and exert our energy again. Right now, we're like getting used to holding the higher frequency, because we've cleared so much throughout the year of the snake, throughout the last 9-year cycle that we're wrapping up, as we move into what I know I say it's the freedom horse, but all I can hear, it's crazy horse. I feel maybe crazy horse is all around us, encouraging us to tap into the inner prophet, to let our voice be heard. It doesn't matter what they think of us. What's his name? Chief Averill, crazy horse. Use your voice. And I feel like the world, we're going to start seeing more, feminine and masculine working together. I had a really some of the masculine energy is so off-putting out there in the world. And I had such an encounter today too, really just by saying hello, and you know then it just went offside really quick. I don't even want to rehash it, because once again, it was just the arrogance and the ego of like a masculine. And it was so like, there's no talking to some people. You can't even, and it's like, it's not even that there's no talking. Why? I find it so sad that we are at a point where you can't just, like, I'm a people person. I am a people person. I am a chatty, and I say hi to people. I have no problem. I do it with rather ease, striking up conversation. And so, yeah, I guess I take it a little personally sometimes, but today it wasn't. And then the guy the Anthony is his name, at the food place I go to, after the guy left, he's like, "Oh, he's not usually like that. He's a nice guy." I said, "You know what? That's the second time you have like made excuses and apologized for an encounter I've had with your customers here." I said, "You don't need to apologize." And yeah, maybe he's a nice guy, but he seemed like a bit of a jerk, as far as I could tell. Not a guy. Wouldn't feel like he's on my side. Is this my son home? Just a sec. Let me see. I might have to let him in. You gonna take him for a walk? I'm doing the live. Hi. Is it raining still? Pouring? Well, he wants to go for a walk. Can you guys all hear Rex? He's jumping around. He's so excited. Oh, now he's chasing Jacob down the hall. So yeah, can we stay in our own, not so much stay in our own lane, but can we like come back to our center and stay? Rex is an American Bully XL. He's super cute. Rex, come here. He doesn't jump up or anything because I can't show you. He's like Cranium Boy. He's got the biggest head. He's got the biggest head of all, and he's literally a big softie. They're so cute. Rex is a beast. Oh, Barb, hey, how's it going, sis? I've been thinking about you. Rex is a beast, but he's a gentle giant. He is a he's super laid back, big snuggle bug. It's all he wants to do is walk, walk, walk. 3113 there. It's going, eh? So can we come back with everything going on in our life? Can we come back to our center that allows us to keep making slow and steady progress? Nothing transforms overnight. Continuing to trust the intuition. I'm feeling over here, like I'm feeling kind of snail, ammonite energy here, but I'm also feeling like dragonfly, like very mystical, coming out of the shell, bringing our medicine that is really, we're just going to try to get, oh, they're saying two. I was going to say one. Oh, look at this. Perfect. One card from each, but here's the completion. Closing the door. We're doing that. We've got two, like we've got the completion, closing the door, and we close the door by making changes. And today's the day that we, like we only ever have today, folks. We only ever have today. So can we show up for ourselves today in ways that support sustainability and future growth and our stability and our ability to hold the higher frequency that we're meant to hold? It's a devotion, it's discipline, it's practice, it's an honor system. We honor ourselves. I'm feeling warm. So 5, can we close the door on what we must close the door, because then the door in front, like we're right at the threshold into the abundant new life after the gestation period, wishes and dreams coming true, because we have stayed true to the vision that lives within. We're not the lost compass. We've gotten ourselves back to integrity. We're in service to the eternal soul. And, the soul will always have us going deeper, seeking out the soul's medicine, the soul food. And it's the ego that'll have us like not closing the door, if you know what I mean. Not allowing for the new beginning, not making the choice that comes after the 5, the 6 energy, making the choice. Making the choice is always making the choice for love. That's the ultimate choice. And here's another one on this 111 day or 1010 day. Take it as it fits in your life. It could be all of it, right? The wheel of fate, the wheel of destiny, that red string of fate through all connections, through all of us, through the soles of our feet, as we are integrating, as we are continuing to expand and grow, holding the space of the higher vibe, the high heart tribe, the magician energy, having all the resources that we need right in front of us. I'm looking at the cards because I'm just seeing where they're asking me. It's just the top one. Okay. Oh. It's just the top one, and then we'll get to that. So the new beginning, allowing the new, right? We have to close the door on the old. We have to let that tape run off the reels and begin again. We were given that message back in May of 2025, right? So how are we doing? This is like, we're still in that universal 9 energy, and yet we're getting closer and closer to the new beginning. How are you feeling? How's the shedding going? Have you finished the shed? Are you resisting the shed? The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. And yeah, we must care for our physical bodies, the light body. Synergy, 41. 5 again. 5 plus 5, 10. 5 energy, the Hierophant. The spiritual authority, right? The spiritual teacher. Standing in their power. Male or female. It's an energy. And where does our authority and where does our power flow from? Well, it appears from the heart center. Right? It appears from the heart center. This also reminds me of a turtle right now as I read Wolf Mother saying she's got to come out of her shell. Well, remember we got the message the other day, traveling lightly as we go forward, traveling lightly, and it feels like the traveling lightly is like the freeing ourselves from within, becoming the medicine that we've always needed, has allowed us to now become the vessel that carries medicine, love, into the world. I just heard we're the fortunate few. Turtle medicine. Yeah. What's turtle medicine? Feminine wisdom, right? The divine feminine. So much beauty. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combination and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that the new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. Yes. Yes, this is about a coming together. This is a time of connections, yes, Barb, we are the medicine. We always have been the medicine. And for some of us, this is a coming together, unions, spiritual partnerships in order to go forth and prosper and to bring more medicine into the world and to bring more medicine into our own experience as well, because we continue to make choices and changes. And we have made so many choices and changes along the way that we are ready for the wheel of fate spinning in our favor. We are ready for what is destined for us because we have done the healing. You see here in the synergy card, it's self-contained within the shell, within our experience. And when we're ready, and it'll come in bursts and, it will come as it's guided. We will share and do as we are guided. What's really important for us is not to get in our own way, to not allow the ego to get in our way. That delays or prevents us from experiencing what is destined for us. And if you're here, you've been doing the work. You are a healer. You are incredibly powerful. You are here for great purpose and spiritual service in this lifetime. Guaranteed. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. Medicine medicine of days gone by, the plant-based medicine was simple, right? And it was like intuitive. That's how I operate in life. I would encourage all of us to operate that way and to trust that everybody, sometimes in life, I mean, a lot of times, if we live long enough, we've witnessed a lot. Oh, the young man is taking his dog for a walk. This is exciting, which means I don't have to, so I could get to bed earlier. Oh, it's not like I didn't have a 3-hour nap today or anything. I think the more you sleep, sometimes the more tired you get. But where was I going with that? Oh, hmm. You are the medicine. Oh, yes. Sometimes in the world, we witness a lot of injustice. We see a lot of, just really sad things. We we lose people in really tragic ways. And we may, as humans, we may spend time trying to understand and figure it all out. And particularly when we've had a close and personal relationship with someone, and then, their life is gone in, a tragic way. It can be hard to come to terms with that. And yet, what I feel is very important, what I'm being guided to say tonight, is that every soul, and we know that, and yet still, even though we know that, check this out. Are you kidding me? Root chakra, base chakra, and root chakra are the same thing. It's a 41 in the second deck, and 41 again. Begin again. Begin again. I guess with that coming out here, it's like each soul has the opportunity, plenty of opportunities throughout their lifetime in human form to begin again. And we must also remember, those of you who are here, you are well versed walking the path of mastery. You are well aware that within you, are gifts that you can't quite explain. They're just innate to you. You know that you bring magic to the world. You bring medicine to the world. And as one of the members of the High Vibe tribe who's here to bring their medicine into the world, our life is going to show us some pretty devastating things. And we will have some pretty devastating experiences. And we will overcome each and every one of them. And we will, in our own way, use that devastation to give birth or come to life in a whole expanded way, right back to the roots. Because each and every one of us, those of you here, the devil's in the details, kiddies. And each and every one of us has to come to terms with our own truth. And many of you here will have had very terrible things happen to you throughout your life that you're not responsible for. Yet somewhere along the way, you realize that you were responsible for showing up for yourself. And, that's the sign of a strong soul. And I'm not saying that other souls are not strong. Not everyone has gone through the lessons of the soul that they need to go through to get to the point where they actually make the breakthroughs. And that's why you and I are here. And that's why we continue to show up and heal through our roots and follow our intuitive nudges and trust our intuition and all of this, because we are, whether we're the first or the second wave of these planetary light workers, these earth angels, these winged wise ones that came here to support the elevation of the consciousness upon the body of Mother Gaia. That's what we're here for. And yet many are going to get stuck in the details, right? This is the 15 energy, the devil energy. It's also the 6, the choice point energy. We have choices to make. Excuse me. Ooh. Spirit's like up in here. We have choices to make. Each and every one of us has choices to make. Each and every day we have choices to make. And this is like bringing the Merkaba, the vessel of light, online. You are the vessel of light. You are the Merkaba who is here to come online in this lifetime. Yeah. We all have unique soul journeys. And those of us here, we are soldiers of love. We're here to smolder. I guess within us has been smoldering and simmering the embers of love, the flame of love for a long time. We just needed to complete some very big cycles that started before our lifetime, wrapping them up so that we could activate, open the third eye, and operate from the purity of this place. We don't have to explain anything away. We don't have to, oh my gosh, this is another 9. 27 is 9. 36 is 9. Who's a life path 9 here? Hey, Zach! Wonderful to have you here. Zach, welcome, brother. I hope you're enjoying your coffee at Rotten Ronnie's there. But this, with the coloring here, again, it's the completing of the cycle. It's symbolic of the masculine and the feminine, both wrapping up cycles. The goddess butterfly, but I was feeling like the cosmic butterfly coming online. All of us, as the primal flower essence of life opens within us, the soul comes online from within us. This is an incredibly powerful time for all of us. So do what that fellow, the dreaming heart, do what it is you're called to do. Follow your dreams. Wishes and dreams do come true. Meditation. We had that the other day. And love. Again, masculine, feminine coming online, healing, sacred unions, the rainbow wings, because we are the winged wise ones, whether we're earth angels, whether we're, a part of some bird clan, the winged goddesses that hung around our divine mother Isis. Who knows? Does it really matter? I mean, it's just like, let us not identify with anything in particular, except being divinely human here now to support the shifting consciousness on this planetary realm that supports generation after generations for thousands of years of heaven on earth. Be in the here and now. Another 41. Are you freaking kidding me? 3 41s from 3 different decks. 555. Be in the here and now, because we are here to shift things for generation after generation. Our time here is finite, but we're in service to a love that's divine. And the most important, the most powerful gift we can get or give at this time is to be in the moment. Be here now. Be present. We are guided from beyond. Beyond the mind, the sacred heart beats. Transcendence, rising above by making choices. By making choices, because we are eternally guided. Guided to what? The sunshine. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. I had to get my Tiger Iron microphone out. I had to just pull it out. So a song had to come through. I was just waiting for a moment to do that. Trust your source. Who is your source? Who's your source? And the 19 is the 10 energy again. The wheel spins in our favors, ladies and gents, in our favor. They're saying, look at the bottom card. Resilience, embracing change. We do the seeking of the soul. We listen within. We're transforming from within. We're activating from within. My whole head right here is just all tingly right now. Spirit's so close to us. Oh my gosh. It's so tingly right here. Oh my gosh. Well, it's so dark all the time. The light has come back. We have 12 more minutes of daylight here since from the time of the solstice. We are the sunshine. If we're feeling down in the dumps, we got to do the Humpty Hump. We got to pull ourselves up out of the dumps. Do the hump. Do the Humpty Dump. Do the Humpty Dump. Come on, baby. Do the Humpty Dump. Do the Humpty Dump. Oh. Oh, back in the day, I used to remember batons. Anyways, used to use those as microphones sometimes. But if we're feeling like we're in a dark place all the time, we are the only one that has the ability to shift it. And so what is it going to take? Like, what is it that you're being asked to do that you're resisting doing that's going to support the light to come on? Because the light is an inner thing. The fire, your soul fire, is inner. So, sometimes it's like we have to shift. And our mind, if we're always like, negative, I'm we have to shift it. Like when we're in that moment and the dark thoughts or the anxiety, can we bring our center back? Like, can we bring ourselves back to the present moment? Because if we're having anxiety or if we're depressed is about what's happened, what's already come and gone, never to be again. That's where we get depressed. And then when we get anxious, it's like what may happen, what might come, what life might look like, what might not happen, what out there. That's where we get anxious. Our life is here, right here and now. This is our PowerPoint in this moment. My moment here while I'm live at 6:50 p.m. on January 10th, 2026, sharing with you your point at whatever date and time you're connecting with this message. That's your PowerPoint. That's where life's lived. So if you find yourself slipping into darkness, hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. How many times have we had this talk? I still can't get myself out of the dark. Like that's this is what I do, is to bring humor. I'm not mocking, I'm helping, because I've been there so many times. We go back over and over and over and over, and we replay the same tapes, and we embellish stories, and we make ourselves sad over and over and over again, when all we need to do is acknowledge how we feel, what we felt, the cards we have been dealt, or the cards we played. Perhaps we didn't want the cards we were dealt and we played some other cards. Oh, look at that. I just cut the deck to find the patterns. Number 9 again. So, Zach, at this time, there's a message here for you to find the patterns and to shine the light that lives and breathes within you. Well, the original Hello Darkness, My Old Friend is Simon and Garfunkel. And then Disturbed did it. And maybe Johnny Cash did it too. I'm not sure. I'm going to watch my son dry his dog's paws right now. Just give me a second. Let me help this. Let me help this out, because otherwise they're dripping. Just a sec. Just wait. Wait. Hold on, Jacob. Look at the knife. Oh my God. Such a good boy, Rex. What a good boy. Hey, boy. It's really pouring out there, right? Huh? Oh my God, just a second, Rex. Just a second. I know. My mom does it the best. My mom does it the best. Right? Oh my gosh. One more. One more. The messiest of them all. Oh my God. You're not calm. I know. I know. There you go. All right. There you go. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's a workout. That's a workout. Rex, come here. Come here. Let's see if I can put this camera down. Can you see this? Oh. Where are you, Rex? Come here. Rex. Hey. There he is. It's like, what is she doing? Okay. So, yeah, he is very handsome and he's super sweet. So, Rex loves it. Rex really likes when I do it. I do a good job because I don't want mud all over the place and wet paws everywhere. So he stands there. He lets me do it. And when it's done, he's looking for more. I could, if I wasn't here on the live, I would have done him a little bit longer, but yeah. So for all of us, Zach, the way to get ourselves out of the wiggity bat, you're very welcome. The way to bring ourselves out of the dark is to just be aware. Okay, yes, I'm having this thought. This memory is coming up. Can you place your one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and bring yourself back to the PowerPoint, the moment, and just bring yourself to peace? Because, if we continue to go on repeat, we're not going to step into the new. We're not going to take that leap into what is meant for you, which is a bright, sunny life, Zach. That's been said to you so many times since you've been here. The 7 sisters. Going within, you being the chariot. You are so supported. I wasn't going to bring your mom into this, but I guess we're bringing your mom into this, Zach. You are so supported in the spiritual realms. And I do feel like there's support, there is support available to you here too. It's about you understanding that the power, it has always been within you. And it is your solar plexus chakra. You are the living light. You are a channel of light, as much as I am, as much as Wolf Mother is, as much as anybody is. You are the channel of light, and your healing requires you to be in the present, to not allow yourself to continue to go on repeat. Like, to have a day where you're feeling down in the dumps is cool. To have a week where you're feeling down in the dumps and you're not really able to make a move, that's not so great. That's not so great. It's time to reach out for the support that is available to you. And if you need to go and talk to someone, then go and talk to someone. We don't have to do it on our own. We like to think we can do it all on our own, but the reality is support is nice, right? This is for foundations. This is emperor energy, divine masculine. The divine doesn't sit around humming and feeling so sad. Oh, my life was so down, so terrible. No, the divine masculine knows he can do it. He gets up, he makes a move. This is another 7. I don't know where the other 7's gone, but the masculine makes a move. He's sure of himself. Yeah, he's had some moments. It's okay, though. We get over it. He's supported. He trusts his intuition. He trusts his inner voice. He reaches out. Put your hand in the hand of the man who stilled the waters. Put your hand in the hand of the man who calmed the sea. Take a look at yourself and you can look at others differently by putting your hand in the hand of the man from Galilee. At the end of the day, in spirit, put your hand in the hand of spirit. Spirit is reaching out to you now. Take the hand. You are the magician. Take the wand and use the wand to transform the energy of your life. So, I think that's all I've got for this evening. Geez, I'm getting warm. There's a lot of spiritual energy around. We are supported. Are you feeling it? Look, it's easy to stay in the ego, right? It's easy to stay in our pain. It's easy to play the blame game. It's easy to say, fuck it. I'm not doing this. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Roll up our sleeves, throw in the towel, buy a pack of smokes, whatever it is that we do, drink, whatever, and say, that's it. This is all there is to life. If you're here, you haven't given up. You know there's more to life. You're a seeker. You have a spiritual awareness in you. And what it's going to take is you getting over yourself over and over and over again, becoming your own friend. Because you are incredibly supported. We all are incredibly supported by the spiritual realms. 2026 is the year we're going to see growing communities. We're going to see divine partnerships, divinely ordained connections coming together to support co-creative energy in service to a love that lives beyond the flesh, beyond the mind. The sacred heart beats. And we're here in service to this eternal essence of love, soul love. And so our responsibility, first and foremost, and if it's the only thing we ever do, we've done very well, is to heal ourselves with the support of our spiritual team and with support of humans. If we need help here in life, we must ask for it, just like our angels and our higher self and all of this want us to engage with them and ask for help. They can't interfere. This is the realm of free will choice. Free will choice. Healthy ego resides in the solar plexus. Unhealthy ego also resides within the mind and the solar plexus. And what we really want is the mind to, the heart to guide the action. Plug the mind into the heart, and then the heart guides the action through the solar plexus. That's an act of free will, spirit guided. That's where we want to get to. And so that is our focus each and every day, is to clear away all the stuff that gets in our way. The overactive mind. We're caught in a trap. I can't get out because I overthink everything. Why can't I see what I'm doing to me? Because, do we believe the things that we tell ourselves? Sorry. Sorry. I'm not mocking. I'm not, I'm just helping. Maybe I tease a little. I'm a little bit of a tease. So 007. Yeah. 007. Shooting at the walls of heartache. Bang, bang. We are the warriors. We are the warriors. Heart to heart we'll see if we survive. Right? We're the ones that survive. And now we move on to thrive. Now we move to thrive. We're switching to glide. We're switching to thrive. And this first weekend of, is this the first weekend? I guess it's not the first weekend if it's the 10th of 2026. We're still in the shed. We're wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up, kiddies, and we've got this. I feel confident, and I would encourage you all to get, today's energy feels very rest oriented. If you need to rest. Like I said, I'm going to get off this live. I'm going to go and have another little bite to eat, and I'm going to go lay down. I'm exhausted. I don't have to go for a walk now in the rain. Yay. So I get to just stay in my little nest, and I'm going to be happy to do that. And so I trust that something here has resonated with you today. Zach and Wolf Mother, thank you for engaging with me. And Barb, thank you for engaging. Zach, I hope something here has been helpful. Yes, rest is so, I mean, that's all I've done. Literally, I got up, I went for a walk, and then I came back and napped for 3 hours. And I love you, Zach. I love you. I'm so glad you showed up tonight. We'll be back here tomorrow at 11:11 a.m. and we will we'll tune into the energy of the upcoming week. We're about 8 days away now from our Capricorn new moon. So this 8 days, the soul is guiding the cleansing process through these 8 days. Trust your intuition, clear through your roots, because you are the cosmic butterfly who is here to open in this life. With that being said, thank you, Wolf Mother. With that being said, I will see you here tomorrow. I'm getting really hungry now, so I do have to get something to eat. And rest my little feet. I see you. I feel you. I love you. We'll be back here tomorrow. Enjoy your evening, everyone, and rest and take care of you. Show yourself how much you love yourself. And if you can't do that, show yourself how much Source loves you. Because Lisa said so. So with that being said, get out there and sow some seeds of love and let that begin in your very own life. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.